Have you ever finished talking to someone, only to realize the conversation wasn't actually over? The other person had already walked away. The room was quiet again. You tried to get on with your day. Maybe you made yourself a coffee. Maybe you opened your phone. Maybe you started doing something completely different, but your mind was still standing in that conversation. It kept replaying the same few minutes. Why did I say it like that? I should have explained it differently. I should have asked one more question. Then, little by little, the perfect reply finally arrived. The only problem was, there was nobody left to say it to. Why does our brain do this? Why can't it simply move on? Let's talk about it. Number 1, your brain was busy doing far more than talking. A conversation feels simple, but your brain doesn't experience it that way. While you're speaking, it's also trying to read the other person's face, their voice, their expression, their reaction. At the same time, it's choosing words, trying not to sound strange, trying not to offend anyone, trying to understand what they really mean. Your brain isn't just having one conversation, it's managing 10 things at once. Only after everything is over does it finally have enough space to think about what it wishes it had said. Number 2, your brain doesn't like unfinished stories. Imagine reading a novel and discovering the last 10 pages are missing. You'd probably keep thinking about it, not because the story was perfect, because it never really ended. Conversations can feel the same. When your brain believes, there was still something I needed to say, it refuses to close the file, so it quietly keeps reopening the conversation, again and again. Not because it enjoys torturing you, because it wants an ending that feels complete. Number 3, sometimes you're not searching for better words, you're searching for a different feeling. Think about the last conversation you couldn't stop replaying. If someone gave you the perfect sentence today, would you actually go back and say it? Probably not. Because deep down, it isn't really about the sentence. It's about wishing you had felt calmer, more confident, more understood. Sometimes we keep rewriting our words because we're trying to rewrite a feeling, and words can't always do that. Number 4, we experience our own conversations very differently from everyone else. Imagine watching two strangers talking in a cafe. One pauses for a few seconds, the other searches for the right word. You probably wouldn't think twice about it. Now imagine, you're the one sitting at that table. Suddenly, every pause feels too long. Every sentence sounds awkward. Every silence feels uncomfortable. The strange part is, the other person is often doing exactly the same thing. They're worrying about their own words, not yours. Most conversations aren't remembered the way we imagine they are, because everyone is too busy listening to themselves. Number 5, the perfect reply arrives late, because your brain is finally safe. During the conversation, your attention is outside. After the conversation, it turns inward. Now there's no pressure, no one waiting, no one watching. Your mind relaxes. Ideas connect. Thoughts become clearer. That's why the words appear now. Not because you suddenly became smarter, because your brain finally had room to think. Here's something worth remembering. The conversation that keeps replaying in your mind probably matters far more to you than it does to anyone else. Not because you're weak, not because you failed, because you're human. Humans replay moments that mattered, not to punish themselves, but because somewhere inside, they're still hoping to make sense of them. So the next time, your mind starts writing the perfect reply, long after the conversation has ended, don't be too frustrated. Maybe your brain isn't trying to change the past. Maybe it's simply trying to understand it. And sometimes, understanding yourself is far more valuable than finding the perfect words.